professor and class. My name is Shayna Baker. Over the past few weeks, we have had the opportunity to choose a different creative writer each week. For the last week, we had to create a project without using paper. So I decided to cut a slab of wood, as you can see, and I divided it into 6 different parts to represent each creator that I chose. I then put a pinwheel in the middle to make it go around and see which creator it lands on, and that's the creator we will discuss. The first creator we'll discuss today, Anne Dillard, is an American writer. She was born April 30th, 1945. In 1965, she married her creative writing college professor. In 1979, she became a professor at Western Washington University. Anne Dillard has a very humorous personality, just like me. However, her writing style and my writing style are very similar. Anne is a very descriptive writer. I am also a very descriptive writer, taking you to a place, an imaginary place with my words. I love to create the image where you can feel like you're there at that very moment. 2 books Annie Dillard is known for is Tickets for a Prayer Wheel and Holy the Firm. Now, at 73, Anne no longer writes. She just concentrates on reading. Mary Shelley, a British novelist who was born on August 30th, 1797 in London. She was raised by her father, who was a political writer. She had no formal education. However, she utilized her father's library to help with her writing. Later, Mary ran away with a married man. They eventually got married and moved to Switzerland, where she wrote her first famous novel, The Genesis of Frankenstein. Mary and I both have a gift for mysteries and science fiction. Our writing style is similar in this area. I believe this makes our reading more interesting to our reader. We are also similar of growing up with struggles, however, not allowing our struggles to hold us down, but utilizing them to make us better. So I definitely commend her for that as well. Later, February 1st, she died, unfortunately, from brain cancer. Henry Miller was an American writer, born December 26, 1981 in Manhattan, New York. While his father worked hard every day, he learned to survive on the streets of New York. After a while, he attempted to go to school, but eventually he dropped out. He had a deep passion for reading and writing, which made him a very smart. During Miller's adult life, he dealt with 5 different marriages. He then moved to Paris, France. He stayed in Paris from 1930 to 1940. After that, he moved back, and also his writing was banned from Britain and the United States due to sexual openness. For several 20th century works. His famous books include Tropic of Cancer, Black Spring, and the Roxy Crucifixion trilogy. Miller and I are very similar. Miller is more of a creative writer that likes humor and comedy. He definitely had a gift of comedy. And I must say, I would rather laugh than being so serious. Miller is also known for explicit writing. Although I wouldn't prefer to engage in explicit writing per se, however, I will enjoy reading explicit writing. On June 7th, 1980, at the age of 88, he died. He was experiencing circulation problems upon his death. Maya Angelou was an American poet and an award-winning author of The African American Women. Maya Angelou was born on April 4th, 1928. Her writing was a defense for the Black culture. She received dozens of awards and 50 honorary degrees. In the year of 2000, she was awarded President Medal of Freedom by President Clinton. And in 2010, she was awarded this award from President Obama. Maya Angelou was an actor, writer, and producer of many plays. She was well known for her poem, Phenomenal Woman. And I definitely recognize myself as a phenomenal woman. I am more of a fiction writer, while Maya Angelou was more of a non-fiction serious writer. Maya unfortunately died on May 28, 2014. However, she is still known for some of her best works all across the world, and she made a great way for the Black culture. Leonardo Da Vinci, one of my favorites of all times. He was an Italian Renaissance painter, sculptor, architect, writer. He was born April 15th, 1452. While he was growing up, he was raised by his father and stepmother. As a young child, he did not receive much education. However, he did an apprenticeship under an artist named Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence, Italy. There he learned the many works of metalworking, leather arts, carpentry, drawings, paintings, and sculpting, just to name a few. By the time Da Vinci was 20 years old, he became a master artist and opened his own for his famous painting, the Mona Lisa, and a list of other paintings, which actually I got to view and experience this past summer while visiting the Vatican in Rome, Italy. Da Vinci's personality speaks for himself. He was full of energy. He didn't mind sharing his many tactics and things to other people. He was very, very creative individual. His writing style was very creative. His life was very easygoing. He did not have a great education, but he allowed his artistic styles to turn and make him famous. So he and I have very similar traits when it comes to, he was what I would call a jack of many trades. And for that, I am a jack of many trades. On May 2nd, 1519, at the age of 67, he worked on scientific studies until his dying day, when he passed away. He will be remembered for his many drawings, and again, his world-famous drawing, the Mona Lisa. Ursula Kleguin was born on October 21st, 1929 in Berkeley, California. She spent the majority of her life being an author and an editor. She was very talented with her writings. She wrote over 20 novels and 12 books, and she was well known for her science fiction. She was the youngest of 4 children and the daughter of 2 anthropologists. So at a very young age, she read a lot of books about science fiction, fantasies, and mythology in her Earth-Sea sequence in 1968. She sold millions of books. She was much energized throughout her writings. I personally am not a fantasy type writer. However, I am a very strong-minded and opinionated person, which Ursula was a very strong-minded and opinionated person and did not care what she said or when she said it. She was also very creative and won many awards. One of her many awards include the Fantasy Award of Lifetime for Achievement. Today, she will be an influence to writers, especially in the fantasy and non-science fiction world. Unfortunately, Ursula passed away last month on the 22nd at the age of 88 in her Portland, Oregon home. Now that we have concluded and I've discussed 6 different creators, here's another view of my project. I hope you enjoyed and I appreciate your time. Thank you.